So namaste everyone, today we are going to start power vinyasa. So you can just settle down wherever you are and then we are going to start. So in this class we can move from easy poses to the deeper one, and maybe it's a little bit hard or challenging, so be ready for that. So we are going to begin the class with a one chant of Om all together. So you can just take your time and settle down wherever you are. Here I am using block to sit on, so I can stay with the tallest spine and just sitting down with the cross legs. So keeping the palms on your knees and gently close your eyes. Just stay there, connect your breath with your present movement and just breathing through your nose, inhalation and exhalation. If you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. If you're not comfortable, maybe just lowering your gaze and look down gently. From here, bending the elbow, joining the palm, front of the heart center. And we are going to begin the class with the one chant of Om all together. So taking a deep and long inhale, and then we start chanting. So take a deep and long inhale. Breathing in. When you breathe out, slowly bowing your head down, open your eyes looking down to the floor. Slowly moving the head up and look to the front. Releasing your hands down. And whatever you're using to sit on, so just take it out and sit down on the mat, on the floor, and just stay wherever you are. Staying with the cross leg, start with the gentle movement. So inhalation, taking the arms out and reaching the arms over the head. So keeping the shoulders relaxed and down, arms up in line with the shoulder. Very good. From here, just twisting yourself towards the right side. So looking towards the right, opening the chest and staying there. Breathing into the center, breathing out to the other side. Breathing into the center and then slowly reaching down to the right and stretching your left sideways. So staying there and just looking up to the ceiling if it's possible for you. Maybe you're looking forward or up, so you can feel the stretch on your sideways. You're not lifting your hip or your knee, so keep pushing your knees down towards the floor. Push the floor gently, breathing into the center. Breathing out and switch to the other side. Breathing in, coming back and up to the center. Breathing out and leaning to the other side. Once again for the last time, breathing in, coming back and up, and breathing out, switch the side and lean to the other side. Very good. From here, coming back to the center, this time lengthening the spine. So keep your hands up. This time you can lift the shoulders, lift from your side of the armpit, and then leaning forward. So maybe you cannot go too much down, but just leaning a little bit. So keeping your back flat and staying there. Breathing into the center, breathing out, so you can just see me from the sideways. So stay wherever you are and just watch me from the side. So keeping your back flat and just leaning forward a bit. So you're keeping the chest open, same tallness with the spine, but leaning. And then slowly releasing your hands down to the floor and walk your fingers forward and going down all the way. So maybe you can reach the floor, maybe not, but try to stay wherever you are. I'm lengthening my spine and relaxing my head. So just not pushing your head down. Release according to you, how far you can go. And then slowly push the fingertip coming back and up with the fingertips. Walk your hands back. And then reach the arms once again over the head and twisting again to the right. Left hand on your right knee. Take your hand behind. So if you cannot reach the floor, maybe you can take your hand on the side of your other waist and coming back. So looking towards the back, not leaning or not hunching. So keep your back flat, opening the chest. Take your time, breathing into the center, reaching to the center, inhaling, breathing out and switch the side. Breathing in, coming back and out. And release your hands down. This time you can take your knees up and just moving into the butterfly. So catching the feet with your interlaced fingers, flat back, and just start flapping your knees. So continue flapping your knees. You can close your eyes and just continue breathe. Not breathing fast with your movement, so just normal breath here. And then from here, coming back, open your eyes, stop your knees. This time taking your knees up together and open your feet. So your feet are opening wider than the hip. And take support with your hands behind your back. So your fingers facing out or back according to you. And just swinging your knees to the right. Open the chest, push the palm and looking up. Breathing into the center, breathing out, switch the side and coming up. Open the chest, pressing the palm. Continue breathing into the center and breathing out, switch and look up. Breathing into the center and breathing out. Slowly bringing yourself back to the center. And this time coming back. This time just straight your legs, so spreading your legs out. Very good. So you're not opening your legs too much. Maybe you can open more than this, but try not to do that and keep your back flat. So moving into the pancake stretch for now. Walk your fingers forward as far as you can go. Maybe if you cannot go further than this, and hunching your back, so try to push the fingers back and open the chest. So you're focusing on your back to keep it flat and stable. Very good. Maybe if you want to go deeper, you can start bending the elbow. You don't need to walk your fingers, but if you're walking your fingers, that's totally fine. Maybe you're walking further, so just leaning as far as you can go. If you feel your knees are bending like this, so push your knee, then you feel the stretch on your back of the thigh, your hamstring. Stay there. And then push the floor with the fingertip, breathing in, coming back and out. Slowly bring yourself back and cross your leg. This time leaning forward, moving with your back. So adjusting yourself, taking your time to move into your flat back. So free your toes back, moving into your tabletop. Spread your palm, check your arms in line with the shoulder, your hip underneath your knee. And then start moving your spine. So inhalation, arching your back. Exhalation, hunching your back. Breathing in, open the chest. Breathing out, hunching your back. Breathing in and breathing out. Take your time, find your own rhythm with the breath. So continue moving with the same way, breathing in and breathing out. Take your time and move according to you. So finding your own rhythm with the breath and continue with inhalation and exhalation. Inhale and exhale. Last time, continue inhaling, open chest, roll the shoulder back, looking front or up according to you. Exhaling, hunching your back and going back and up. Okay, from here, tuck your toes, pressing the feet, lifting your hip up and moving into the downward facing dog. So this is the first downward facing dog. Feel free to bend your knee and straight to awakening your back of the thigh. So take your time to stay in your downward facing dog. Feel free, whatever feels comfortable for now, and continue with the movement of your knees. So you can just bend and stay. So feel free to take your time and move according to you. Maybe you want to move with the sideways. Take your time, breathe and move here. From here, you're going to lean forward. So leaning forward, finding your plank here. So check your hands in line with the shoulder. Remember, you're not hunching, curving your back. So push the palm, hunch your back like you're doing your cat and engage your core. Very good. From here, you can see my heels. So you're leaning forward with your heel and checking your shoulders, crossing your fingertips and bending the elbow. Finding your chaturanga here. and then lowering your belly down and push the palm into your Bhujangasana Cobra. So maybe you're going this way, or maybe you can go all the way up if it's possible for you into your upward plank or upward facing dog. Slowly bringing yourself back and up into a downward facing dog. Breathing in, looking forward, taking your right leg all the way up. So trying not to lift your leg too much high. So maybe just squaring your hip and lift it so you can feel the stretch, not lifting the bottom leg. And bending your knee, hunching your back, so your knee coming close to your armpit, maybe to your nose, and just stack your leg forward into your warrior one. So just coming up. Very good. From here, lowering your arms, drop your palm, finding your plank once again. So same way, finding the plank first, then leaning forward and bending the elbow, finding the chaturanga gently, and then into upward facing dog. So you can keeping your toes free, lifting the thighs, your knees, your whole front part of your body, pressing the palm, coming into your down dog. This time lifting your left leg up. Choose whatever feels comfortable. So I'm keeping my toes pointed. Breathing in and breathing out. And then from here, bending the knee, taking your knee, come close to your nose, maybe your armpit, and then slightly taking your feet between your palm, finding the warrior one. So I'm keeping my back heel lifted for now. In the beginning, take your time and stay. Breathe here. So this time what you're trying with your back to taking your navel up, so your back is more flat and firm with the core, taking your arms up and squaring your hip. Dropping your palms down this time, your front leg back again into your plank. This time just drop your knees, free your toes back, and gently moving into your child pose. Resting here in your child pose, continue breathing in and breathing out. Inhalation and exhalation. If you're breathing fast, try to relax down your breath. Inhalation through the nose, exhalation through the mouth for 3 to 5 times, and relax here. Breathing in and breathing out, continue. Okay, from here, pressing the palm down, leaning forward, tucking your toes, finding the downward facing dog. This time you can take your own time to stepping forward between your palm. So feel free, maybe you can keep your knees straight. If you feel too much on your back of the thigh or your back of the knee, so you can slightly bend your knee and just catch the opposite elbow. So leaning forward, hanging here. Breathe. Maybe you want to straighten your knees slightly, take your time. And then slowly coming all the way up. Keep that hunch on your back, hanging your hands down. At the end, take your head up when you're totally up in standing. And then relax here. So keeping the feet open with the hip distance, take your time. So this time you will move into the flow, into the Vinyasa. So just taking your time. And we can add more things in every single sequence, so we can go deeper into the poses. So keeping the both feet together, keeping your back flat, so you're just taking your navel up, tailbone down, engaging your core, shoulders relaxing down, arms to the side. Breathing in, taking your arms to the side, jointing the palm over the head and look up to your thumb. Exhalation, opening your hands, diving down all the way to the floor, maybe fingertip, maybe your palms down. Inhalation into your flat back. So feet free, maybe you want to jump or step. So bend your knee, place your palm, or take your time to step and jump into your plank. Same way, leaning forward, finding the plank, and into upward facing dog. So pointing your toes back, lift the thighs, open the chest, and slowly pressing the palm all the way going back and up into downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. This time adding more things in the sun salutation A. So reaching the leg up, same, squaring the hip, not lifting too much. Okay, so try to square your hip for now and then taking your right leg forward into your warrior. So this time try to drop the back heel and reach the hands out. Breathing in and breathing out, continue staying there into warrior one. So you're trying to keeping your trunk towards the front of you and looking forward or between your hands if you're not jointing your palm. Very good. From here, leaning forward, lift the back heel, front leg going back into your plank. Leaning forward, finding your chaturanga. Inhale into up dog. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Switching your leg, left leg reaching up with the square hip. And then bringing your leg forward into warrior one. Inhalation. Remember, if you're twisting your trunk, try to keep pushing with the back hip in. So your right hip is rolling in internal rotation, and keep it your arms higher. Engage your core, back flat. Reaching forward and down once again. Drop your palm, front leg back. Chaturanga plank. Inhaling up dog. And exhaling downward facing dog. Inhalation, this time lift the heel, lifting your hip a little bit higher. You can jump or step between your palms, so choose according to you, bending the knee and jumping into flat back. Exhalation all the way down. Inhaling, arms to the side, jointing the palm and looking up. Exhaling, relax your hands down and finding your samasthiti once again. So breathe here, take your time. We will move more deeper with adding more variations of asanas. Inhalation, bending the knees, coming with the fingertip touch the floor and then reaching up. So keeping your knees down. If your knees are crossing your toes, just look down and check. So taking your knees back and check your toes between your knees, if you can see this. Breathing out and going down with a straight knee all the way to your full forward. Inhalation into your halfway lift. Exhalation, jumping into chaturanga or plank. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhalation, this time feel free. So if you want to lift your leg more high, so you can just lift more higher. Maybe now your hips are not square, that's fine, but you're going more into your stretch. Try to go deeper and then taking your leg forward into your pigeon. So taking your front leg in line with your wrists. If it's too hard, you can take your heel close to your pelvis and keeping your back leg straight. So focusing on your back leg and shifting the weight on your left side. So maybe you're going down a little bit with your forearms down and relax there. If you're comfortable in this position, maybe you can go all the way down, resting your forehead maybe on your mat, on your forearms. Breathe and stay. Breathing in and breathing out. Slowly from here, coming back and up, walk your hands back and try. So I'm keeping my left hand down, right arm reaching up and swinging towards the back and bending your back leg knee. So you're going down and catching your feet with the opposite hand. So stay there. If it's possible, you're trying to pull your heel towards your buttock, your hip. If it's not possible, just stay there. Very good. Slowly bring yourself back, drop your hands to the front, tucking your toes, lifting yourself up all the way into your three-legged dog and bring your leg forward into your warrior one. So right leg forward, you can keep your heel up for now into warrior one and exhaling into warrior B. Arms to the side in line with the shoulder, looking towards your right hand. Breathe in and breathe out. Maybe your hip is going lower without crossing your knee with the toe. Staying there. Breathing in, straight your knee. Breathing out, lean to the right and going down. So maybe you're reaching to your ankle and keeping the chest open. So you're not trying to drop your chest, so keep the chest open, push with the hip forward, looking up to your thumb if it's possible. Otherwise, always feel free to look down. And then slowly bending your knee once again, slowly bringing yourself back and up into reverse warrior. Stay there, feels good here. Stretch the sideways. And then swinging your hand all the way down. Drop your palm, front leg back into your plank or chaturanga. Inhale, open the chest here. Exhaling, going back and up into down dog. Take your time, stay here and just staying there for 3 breaths. So deep and long ujjayi breath. You're creating sound. So maybe you can use your mouth to create sound. So inhale, exhale. Relaxing yourself, inhale. Sigh out, inhale. Okay, from here, left leg reaching up this time all the way, going a little bit more higher than before. So you're stretching more deeper up and then slowly bringing your leg forward into your pigeon pose. Rajakaputa. So you're taking your heel more close to the pelvis if it's hard to bring it forward. So stay there but shifting the weight on your right side. And body weight move to the right, dropping your forearm or maybe going all the way down and relax. So the more you go down, the more you feel the left outer hip stretch. Or the more you shift the weight on your right side. If you're still leaning on your left side, so maybe you don't feel the stretch. So try to adjust the weight of your body and figure out where you feel the stretch. Slowly bringing yourself back, walk your hand back. This time you're keeping your right hand to the front, pressing down to the spread fingers, lifting your left arm up from the front and going towards the back, bending the knee, catching your feet. So maybe you catch your feet or the ankle according to you and then try to bend your knee more, pull with the hand and try to touch your heel to your hip. So feel the squats, stay there and then slowly release, drop your palm. Pressing through the palm, tucking your back leg toe and reaching all the way up into 3-legged dog and then bring your leg forward into warrior 1. Breathing in, coming up into warrior 1 and breathing out, moving into your warrior B. So staying there. If you see my hip is not in line with my knee, so I can try to go a little bit more down so then I feel more stretch. You're moving away from each other with both legs and try to open the arms to the side, looking towards this time left middle finger. Inhaling, straight your knee, exhaling, leaning and going down into your triangle. So I'm holding my ankle. If I'm going down, so maybe start leaning forward. So trying to focus on your chest to keep it open and look up. If you feel hard with your hand, you can always take your hand down on your waist or behind your back to open the chest more deeper. Breathing in, bringing yourself back. So bend your knee first, slowly going into your reverse warrior. Breathing in. And when you breathe out, all the way going down to the floor, front leg going back. Leaning forward, finding your chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhalation this time, opening your knees, keeping your knees down, toes together and finding your child pose. Taking your time, resting here for next 10 seconds. So maybe going deep into the inhalation through the nose, exhalation through your mouth. So you will feel relaxed or you're bringing your energy back and then we will move towards the end. Okay, slowly bringing yourself back here, pressing your palm and lifting yourself back and up into downward facing dog. Breathing in and breathing out. This time keeping the both feet together. You're lifting the heel, you're trying to jump or step according to you. So you're jumping or stepping into your halfway lift. Exhalation all the way down. Breathing in, bending the knees, keeping your fingertip touch the floor and coming up. So finding your knee and your toes in one line. Check, maybe looking up or down to figure out your legs and bring yourself back and relax your hand down into your Samasthiti. So from here just opening your legs and just twisting. So maybe you can just see from here, keeping your hands to the side and twist gently. So feet are opening with the hip distance and moving into a twist. Okay, so from here we will move towards the next flow. In that we will add balancing poses. So feel free if you want to go deeper, or maybe you can find a variation. I will show you the variations also. So coming back to the top, bringing the both feet together, finding your chair pose once again, breathing in, bending the knees, coming up. Exhaling, leaning forward and down. Breathing in into the flat back, looking down. Same way, bending the knee, place your palm, maybe you're jumping high and then going back and down into your plank or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Breathing in, taking your right leg up. This time you can bend your knee and open up to the other side. So right leg moving towards the left. Breathing in and breathing out, looking from the right armpit. And then slowly bringing your leg back to the center and finding your pigeon once again. So this time you are not going leaning forward. So you can take your hands maybe on your knee or on your feet and push the palm, open the chest, arching your back, going deeper a little bit. Exhalation, relax. So if you know the variations or if you know the full pigeon pose, try to bend your knee, catch your feet and then turn or rotate your shoulders. So rolling your shoulder here and going up. If you don't know this variation or if you cannot roll your shoulder, just gently keep your knee there, using your hand to push on your knee and going close to your feet with your hand. So feel free to choose the variation and releasing it down. Pressing the palm and coming up into your three-legged dog. Slowly bring your leg forward into warrior one. Same way, keeping the heel lifted with the back leg. And switching the side into warrior B. This time you can drop your heel. Okay, so from here you're going to bend your back leg knee and sitting down all the way into your skandasana. So jointing the palm front of your heart center. This time coming up and into warrior B. Again for the last time going down into your skandasana. And I'm using the block because maybe I need it for next pose. So I'm going into warrior B and pushing with the back leg, finding your half moon. So if you need the block, try. If you don't need it, maybe you don't need it. Or you can go lower with the support and try. So staying wherever you are, then dropping your hand down into your standing split. So you're squaring your hip again, but lifting your leg up. Pointing the toe, and you can grab your ankle with the same hand and going towards your shin with the head and lifting your leg. This time I'm dropping my hands to the front of me, so putting weight on my hands. If you want to go into your handstand or maybe quick hop, so try to kick with the back leg, bending the bottom knee and just coming up. So I'm going back a little bit. So maybe if you have the practice of handstand, you can try to go up or maybe just hop 3 to 4 times. If you feel you can find your handstand or stay there and try and jump into upward dog. Exhaling into downward facing dog. So trying few hops, maybe you know handstand, maybe you don't. but trying your best. And then switching the side here. Left leg reaching up this time, bending your knee, open up your pelvis, looking towards the left armpit and up. Bring yourself back to the front into your pigeon pose variation. Moving towards the final pigeon, or maybe staying with the variation. So using your hands and using the block like this, so it have height. So when I push, I can go a little bit more deeper. You can bend your knee and try to go closer. Or if you want to roll your shoulder, if you know this, you can use the belt to try to roll the shoulder and looking up. Slowly release. Bring yourself back, pressing the palm and tuck your toe all the way into your three-legged dog once again and finding your warrior one. When you exhale, moving into your warrior B, and then from here you're going down into your skandasana, so jointing the palm front of your heart center and look to the front. Breathing in into your warrior B. Remember how you moved last time? Exhalation once again for the last time. And this time, if you need the block, you have around. Maybe you don't have block, so you can use water bottle for height. And going down into your half moon. Try to maintain the balance. If your leg is coming down, try to strengthen and engage your thigh and keep it higher. Engage your glute to keep the leg in line with the hip. Take your hand up, maybe on your waist, and then drop the hand down. So remember, you're moving into your standing split. So catch your ankle, leaning forward, lift the leg high as possible, and then drop your hands down. Remember, you're doing the hop. So first, for hop, you can try to do this variation. So leaning forward, lifting the heel, and just staying. Bending the knee and hop and just down. Maybe just 1 inch away from the floor and down. Then try to go all the way up if it's possible. Same, it's not possible for me. Maybe yes, and down. Breathing in and breathing out. This time you are going to jump between your hands, and sitting down. Sitting down and lay on your back. So lay down on your back, open your hands to the side, open your legs, and continue breathing in and breathing out. Taking your time, we will move into the relaxed postures. For now, if you're breathing fast, same like me, so you can breathe in through the nose, sigh out with the mouth. In through the nose, sigh out. From here, we will start moving. So taking your knees again, bend, and take your heel close to your buttock, as close as possible. So maybe you can just take your hands straight and you can easily touch your heels. Maybe not. So keep looking up, try not to look here and there. If you need to watch me once, first you can watch and then you can do it after. So I'm pressing my palm, feet and my shoulders down and lifting my pelvis, my back up. And exhalation down, so moving into the bridge pose. Try to do this, pressing the palm, lifting it up. So as high as possible, you're trying with the pushing with your feet, but not putting weight on your neck. So the weight comes on your shoulder, on your feet and the hands. Exhalation down. Breathing in for the last time. Squeeze your glutes, keep them tight, engage them. Exhalation, relax. This time, taking the right thigh to the chest, hugging your right thigh, and left leg goes straight on the floor. Very good. If it's possible, you can also lift your head and nose come close to your knee, maybe touch, maybe not. And slowly release, switching your leg. Breathe and stay. Once again, switching the side, pointing the toes, and switch, moving into the Padmuktasana. And back to the center. Okay. From here, you can feel free to move into your traditional Savasana with straight your legs out, opening wider than the mat, arms open to the sides. Or if you want to have any kind of variation, maybe recline butterfly or butt cone feet, you can choose. Maybe take your hands on your belly or over the head. So choose the Savasana, feels comfortable for you now, and stay there. Stay connected with your breathing. You're not going fast with the breath, not going slower. Just normal breathing here, in and out through your nose, keeping your mouth closed. Relaxing your whole body from top to bottom, and stay. So you're staying in your Savasana for a few minutes. Taking your time, stay there and relax with the breathing.